How you doing, Terence?
I'm doing well, man. I'm doing well. Yeah, I haven't seen you in a long time, brother. It was nice seeing you.
Yeah, nah. Always good to see you, brother, man. Always good to see you. Terence Balelo, Terence the Black Panther. Balelo set to fight at EFC 103, one of the stars in the flyweight division. Um, just letting you know, we are recording for Poppy Act, um, the rights and all those legalities. Terence, welcome to Mzansi MMA and IOL Sport. Thanks for taking the time to speak to us. I'm just going to get straight into it. Terence just confirmed. So we are chatting to the two-time SA flyweight champion, unbeaten amateur and professional in combat sports, if I'm not mistaken, right? Muay Thai, boxing, MMA.
Yes, that's true. That's true. I won the SHMs twice in a row. So 2020, 2021 as well. So yeah, I'm good,
Awesome.
brother.
Lovely stuff, lovely stuff. Terence, just tell us quickly before we get into the nitty-gritties also, what made you move over from you started your professional career with Omega and then you debuted there, I think, and then you moved over to the EFC. Was it mainly because of those sponsorship issues, or were you planning to move over to the EFC eventually because obviously the EFC is more established and they do open bigger doors for athletes as they've done before? No bad vibes towards Omega. I think they would have had a bright future. Obviously, that unfortunate incident happened. I think it was at EFC, which actually led to Omega sponsors withdrawing from their big event. Was that the main reasoning behind your actual move so early over?
Yeah, the reason why I decided to go to UFC is because career-wise, Julian, I to use my business mindset. I have to think because if I want to become big in MMA, I have to make the move to UFC for more exposure to get myself out there worldwide. And the EFC is a good organization, and they look at the guys. You can look at Drickus, look at Simon, look at Faiz, look at all of those guys. Look at Temba, where they at now. Those guys are in a high level now because of the EFC. They started there, and the career just skyrocketed. So for me as well, going to EFC was a good move, and I'm in a good spot now, Julian. This next fight, I win this next fight Thursday, next week Thursday. I might fight for the belt. So just the opportunities you get, man. So yeah, the EFC is amazing. Nothing but love for Omega. It was nice making my debut there, but career-wise for me, EFC was a good move.
Awesome stuff, awesome stuff. And you spoke on now your run so far, three fights in. I think two in the EFC, unbeaten pro career. One in decision in Omega, two stoppages in the EFC, which is quite fantastic. I knew you were always a confident guy, and which I love about you also, or at least you give off that energy. Did you always envision that you're going to be where you are right now, deep down? Was it always? I mean, sometimes you people battle their demons, but it's about how you also portray yourself. And what I like about you, your maturity for such a young age. I mean, I'm not someone who believes that age should determine your thinking, but just from such a for you, I saw you coming up. You had that maturity inside of you also. Was Did you always know you'd be unbeaten in a professional career, so close to a title fight also today in 2023? I mean, when you, let's say 2018, when you maybe just were starting off your fighting career, did you always believe and know that this is where you're going to be right now?
I always knew it, Julian. I always visualized myself being in this position. Always visualized myself fighting in the EFC, making big moves in the MMA community, whether it was EFC, whether it's the UFC, any other organization. I always know it's going to be big because I always had this vision, Julian. In class, in school, I should do my homework, and I would always write in my book EFC flyweight champion, UFC flyweight champion. I always used to visualize myself getting interviewed by you guys, doing media stuff on my own. Sounds a little bit crazy talking to yourself, but I always had that vision in my head. I always knew I was going to be something massive in the sport. I just had to keep the faith, keep working hard, and trust the process no matter what. So yeah, I always knew it was going to be a dream, and it feels so unreal sometimes, but it just shows that the hard work pays off, man. And I'm in a good spot now, and I can't wait to show up 11th May, EFC 103 live on pay-per-view, Super Sport DSTV. I can't wait to perform, man. I can't wait to put up a show for you guys and show you guys that I'm legit and I'm ready for world champion and be a world champion and ready to be in the UFC. So let's get it, man.
Yeah, no, it's true what you say, but they always it's not about you being crazy because they always say it's the crazy ones who are the most successful. Like talking to yourself, it should be. I do it myself also. Um, just to motivate yourself and to keep reminding yourself because you can't. It's like a seed you plant. You can't always see it growing under the surface. Like when you maybe one day have all the money and the titles, and then you only see that. But obviously, that self belief when the seed is still underground, that's when you're talking to yourself and just reasserting yourself that you're going to become a champion one day. So by all means, understand what you're saying when you speak to yourself. Some people might not understand it, but like they say, all the crazies are the most successful in the world. Eh?
Specs.
um, Terence, I just wanted to ask you also, you in terms of with your last opponent, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, bro. I can hear you.
Okay, cool. I know you like to read your opponent and obviously let them always show their first move, show their hand also, striking or making whether it's grappling or wrestling before you actually count and initiate your game plan. And correct me if I'm wrong. Your last opponent had a decent reach, and I think I still spoke to you also after the fight about how good a test it was for you. Also, do you feel that maybe I don't know? I could be wrong, because that's just what my submission is. Do you feel that Martin was your toughest fight so far, considering his striking skills and when you try to close the distance, I think he came with those quick counters also. Do you feel that was your most challenging or most exciting fight yet since you've debuted?
Yeah, so yeah, he's got the reach. To be honest, it wasn't the toughest fight. It wasn't my toughest fight. My toughest fight was the debut against Buya Jula.
Okay.
That was my toughest because I went to a different place, Julian. I went to a place that I've never been before, and I came out of it victorious. But Martin for sure he had a longer reach. People don't know. I tore my MCL 2 weeks before the fight, and for me, standing with Martin, who's a good striker, was kind of a crazy thing because I was like, okay, the game plan was going there and just outstrike him. I had to mix it up, Julian. I had to mix it up. I had to adjust in the fight, obviously, because I was like, come on, this dude is catching me with shots I shouldn't even get catch with. So, but caught with, I just had to take him down and just finish the fight because I didn't want to injure my knee more. Because the first you told me it's either you're gonna tear your MCL more and turn it to an ACL tear, or yeah. But the thing is this, yeah, he wasn't my toughest opponent. He wasn't my toughest opponent, but for sure he had a long reach.
Okay, cool. Thanks for that, man. Thank you, Terence. You've always been an exciting fighter on the stand-up, also more specifically because that's just like naturally. I know you're very capable in all departments, but you are especially very diligent in your approach when it comes to mixed martial arts. Um, I would imagine you paying even more attention now to your ground wrestling grappling side as you used to do to your striking, because obviously I know you're working with some great coaches also, Coach Hayden. But like I said, so seeing you come up, you just had the natural flair for the stand up. Is it something that you're working on even more now in terms of like working with Coach Hayden? Are you working much more harder on your grappling and your defensive wrestling, or is it just the same structure you're applying since day one?
Yeah, so obviously, if you want to become big in sport of MMA, you have to work on all aspects. But for sure, the wrestling has been improved a lot. We're working a lot on our wrestling, Julian. I feel much better, man. I feel like a complete MMA fighter right now. Back then, I just used to be a striker, defensive wrestler, but now I'm offensive as well. I can shoot new. I can dictate where the fight is gonna go. My grappling is on point, and I'm just learning and growing. So, but the wrestling has been amazing, man. Shout out to Coach Hayden and everyone at the CPT Wrestling for MMA for just molding me, and getting me to a peak Terence Balero to become the best.
Awesome, lovely stuff. I want to ask you on the training side of things. Last I checked, you obviously parted ways with Coach Fedard Dries. You training, I think you were training with the Muay Thai King. Nero Gomba, you're doing your wrestling with Coach Hayden. I think you also maybe working with Coach Faiz also. How's everything been for you? Like working, I know some like guys they train with one specific coach, but do you feel it works nicer for you having different kinds of coaches to specifically focus on certain areas of your game?
Yeah, so after I after I parted ways with my coach that I had there, I went straight to Aiden, things were going good, man. It was a rough one. To be honest with you, I'm not gonna sit there and lie and say it wasn't rough. It was a tough one. Leaving, starting with someone that from scratch and just parting ways. It's it's one of those ones. No, it's part of the business. It's part of the fight business. So I had to make the move in terms of me to grow and do and be in a comfort, be and become a better fighter. I'm not gonna sit here and hate on a guy. He's done a lot of great things for me, and I took a lot of things away with it. So especially the mental part, the meditation, and just working on that stuff as well. So I took a lot of things from him. I've learned a lot from him. I got nothing but respect for him, and I pray that good things come his way or goes his way. There's no bad vibes on me, and yeah. But the team I have now is solid, man. I got my strength and conditioning coach, Ifan Gul. I got Coach Aiden there, doing all this, doing his best, man, just to be there every single session and just getting me and all the guys at the, like I said, at the peak level.
Cool. Thanks for that, Terence. I appreciate the honesty, man. I want to know about you, Terence. Do you find it challenging having to bring everything together, or who helps you in terms of the transition? Because I know it's one coach will teach you stand up, and then another coach will teach you the wrestling. But obviously, it's MMA. There's ways, there's niches in the game where you learn to use your striking to transition into a wrestling or grappling situation, and vice versa. So, who exactly helps you with that aspect? Do they both help you with it, or is that something you train yourself, or do you work with Faiz with that? How do you get like when we have one specific coach, then that person will work with everything combined. But now you might be going to different coaches. So how do you apply that element of your game working with different coaches?
Yeah, so what we do is we schedule training. Say for instance, Monday we all like Monday morning I'll do my run. I'll do whatever I need to do. My running, my sprints, my abs, my shadow boxing. I do that on my own. The evening comes, we meet Aiden, we get to work with my boy Butcher, Faiz, and Altar. So we get to work on Mondays evening. We get to work in. We would drill, sling drills, we do jiu-jitsu drills, stand-up drills. And after that, we'll hit the bag and just push ourselves. Tuesdays, I will go to my strength conditioning coach. He will do the Tuesday session with me. And that evening, I'll have a wrestling. Wednesday, we will do our sparring with the guys. And Thursday morning, strength conditioning again, and rest in the evening. And Fridays, we will meet up in the evening and get to work again, just going over the basics again and start on and just doing the basics and work more technique and get the Muay Thai in. And yeah, sometimes I get some work from Neto. Shout out to him as well for the nice Muay Thai sessions with him.
Okay, awesome stuff. Thanks, Terence. Um, can you tell me what was the biggest lesson you have learned so far, shifting to the pro leagues? I'm sure the hustle to make money, or before you have get to the time where you're going to make your big money, it's obviously real. We know the fighting climate in South Africa. Once you hit a certain um, market or point, then the money comes also. Like you look at guys like Drickus and Cameron, them, and hopefully Temba's also going to get that also soon. But we all know at the end of the day, we are all human beings. You got to eat also. What's one of the biggest lessons you've taken away since turning professional thus far?
Um, it's just I, in my head when I started out, I thought everything is gonna change. As a professional, as soon as I got my first pro fight, I was like, things are gonna have more income. But it isn't like that. It isn't like that. You have to grind. I have to put in the hustle. I'm doing personal training at the moment as well. I'm doing private lessons. Hustling on the side where I can to make that extra money, pay my bills, and for sponsorships as well. Um, keep a lot of money. People that's seeing the vision with you is going to think, and yeah, that's I think that's the biggest lesson I've learned so far. Just keep on doing me and keep on going, man.
Okay, cool. So after this fight, obviously you're looking to get that win. So what is next for Terence? Are you said you spoke about the title? Is that something that are you gunning for now? Next, nothing else, just the title itself, or are you wanting to take another fight before that? What exactly is Terence Balelo's goal post EFC 103?
Post EFC 103 is I get a victory. Um, I'm looking to get a belt. No, I'm looking for a belt, but like I said, I don't want to rush. Also, I'm 23 years old. I'm still fresh. I want to learn, and me and another guy got into some beef. I wouldn't say beef, but we called each other out on IG. I called him out. You know him, Magno Alves, Popeye, the Brazilian. So I would love that
Okay,
fight as well. I would love that fight before title shot also. So if the title shot don't come, I would love to step in there and fight Magno. It's OG in the division. It's OG of the sport. He fought some tough guys, and a win over Popeye would cement me into the a legitimate title shot and let everyone know that I'm legit. So yeah, it's either the title shot or Popeye. That's what I'm planning for.
okay. Yeah, I know that it's a good move for you because you're getting an international opponent also who's got some good traction on him. So that's very smart choice right there. Terence, you've actually faced a lot of people don't know that you've actually faced Mr. Moishela before. You've beaten him in the amateur ranks via first round knockout. I don't know if anybody really knows your history in your amateur career. Since he's turned pro, he's got 2 wins. Um, does that last fight play in your mind, or do you feel this is a total new start? You're gonna you're gonna just focus now on what's in front of you. You're not gonna even think about that last fight because it could be detrimental to your approach, and you don't want to obviously now think any less of him because you beat him already. Are you taking him now as a fresh opponent, a professional who's obviously grown? What is your thinking now? Because like I said, I don't think I'm not sure if anybody really knows even that you've beaten this man before.
Yeah, no, I think that's the thing also. Same thing happened with Vuyo. Before I go back to that, same thing happened with Vuyo. I fought Vuyo in amateurs. And it was a different fight, totally different fight. 5 kgs per chain for this fight. I'm not looking or underestimating him. I just know what I can do. At 103, I'm gonna beat him, and this time it's gonna be it's gonna be a spectacular fashion. I'm gonna put him under pressure, and I'm gonna break him. That's my goal. Is go in there and break his spirit. He's never fought someone like me, and like I fought him before, but I'm a different type of beast right now, Julian, and I'm looking forward to go out there and perform. But don't get me wrong, he's got crazy power in the first round. He's a wild dude, and he likes to scrap. But I'm gonna be in his face for 15 minutes non-stop. It's kill or be killed, Julian. The EFC 1-3, and I can't wait, man. I can't wait. But like I said, I'm not overlooking or underestimating him. It's just I can't wait to get in the gym, man. I can't wait to put up a show, man. I feel like the pressure is gonna get to him also. Pressure is gonna get to him. Main card fight, a lot of people, a lot of eyes. The pressure is gonna get to him. So I feel like that's gonna be my advantage as well. I'm so used to the pressure, I'm used to the lights. I can't wait to go there and perform, man.
like how the
Awesome stuff.
mental barrier. You have a sister. I see you posting on WhatsApp about how much you miss your family. People often take for granted. So many of us we stay close to our families. We can go visit them now and then. You're not able to visit your family all the time. Like, does that motivate you to just do well also so that one day you can bring your entire family together? Because you're such a young man, you have to move away from your hometown to pursue your dream. Is that a very strong motivating factor for you?
Yeah, like I said before, I do miss them. I do miss them. There is sometimes where I just sit down and when I'm on my own and just start crying because I miss them. But at the end of the day, I knew what I was getting myself into is to provide and for better life, not just for me but for them as well. And
Mm,
it drives me more. It drives me more times when I'm at my lowest. You know, when I don't feel like, the most we don't feel like waking up. Then I just think
yeah,
about my grandma. I'm just like, I'm doing this for. So whenever I'm tired, wherever I'm fatigued, to push that extra around, I just think of her and just the fire lit under me, and I just, yeah, my family is the key thing for me, and I'm looking forward to provide for them the best I can, especially for my grandparents while they're still here on earth. They're not getting younger. Like I said before, they're getting older, man. So I'm trying to do my best to provide for them. And whenever I go home, I spend time with them and enjoy time with them. That's a key thing. And yeah, they are my motivation.
cool. Thanks for that, man. Appreciate it, and strength to you for that, brother. Um, just last couple of questions. Terence, just in terms of when you're not training and not teaching other people, also what does the Black Panther do in his free time again? Like in just terms of what a bit of insight into Terence Balelo's life.
Yeah, so when I'm not training, I basically just watch some movies, have fun, play some games. That's basically me. I'm just chill dude when I'm, especially in fight camp. I'm super chilled. I'm more at the house. No, I'm more at home, chilling with the friends and vibing. But without the fight camp, you will always see me go out and just have fun. And yeah, that's my life. And just live life for a little bit. I'm still young though.
Yes, yes, you must correct. You must enjoy life, brother. Uh, Last question. I see we got having a bit of network issues, so I'm gonna get to make this try to make this one short. Um, if Terence Balelo was not a professional fighter, what would you want to be?
Oh, yeah. To be honest with you, I
Huh?
always visualize myself as a kid, 7 old. I always visualize myself as a businessman, running my own company one day.
Yes.
And yeah, being a CEO, that was that I always had a vision as a kid, having my own business company. So if I wasn't a fighter, I'll probably be into that, be into business.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. Because the way you market yourself and the way you operate business wise, I think that would suit you very well. I think that you actually answered that question. You answered that question before I even asked it because just by the way you operate and the way you handle yourself. Terence Balelo, we will see you. We're coming up to Joburg next week, so I will see you there. We can have a nice chat one on one also. All the best, brother. Strength to you and your training partners and your coaches. And God bless you. Have a good weekend, and we'll see you next week. No?
Thank you so much, my brother. Julian, you're the best. Zanji MMA is the best. Thank you so much for looking out for the fighters and always being there. Even behind the scenes, man. You're an amazing person. I pray that God bless you, man. Thank you so much. Can't wait to see you next week. I'm gonna put up a
Amen.
show.
Thank you, brother. Keep well, man. All my love to your family in Swellendam also. No? Cheers,
Much
brother.
love, man.
Bye bye.
Cheers. Bye.